Hi there, I'm Martha Van Dam, and this is Living Beyond, and we have a short little message today, but it packs a punch. We're talking about working through our struggles, the problems that we sometimes have to figure out and work through. And I want to be sure that you are not in some way or another holding yourself back, almost with a sense of beating yourself up, because it's so common. Remember that in our minds, we do have a negativity bias. We are so much quicker to notice the things we do wrong, or the things that aren't working out, or the things that could be problems. We're so much quicker at noticing those things. And so if we become aware of that situation, then and aware of our tendency to do that, then we can become one of our best allies, because we can go into this with the intent of, I will be kind to myself. I will be compassionate to myself. I will not beat myself up with words. I will not beat myself up with unreasonable expectations. Oh, that's a good one for me. Let me tell you something I used to do. I like to get things done. I like to set a goal. I like to work hard to get to it. And sometimes in the process of that, I'll end up with a list about a mile long of all the things that need to get done to get to that place. And then another thing I will do when I'm scheduling, do I have it here? No, not sitting beside me, but when I've got my calendar out and I'm scheduling for the week and I'm writing down, what do I need to get done this week? I'll start listing off all the next things that need to happen. But it's this ridiculous amount of work that there's no way I can get those things done while I'm actually doing my other job. And I discovered this one time when I had a nice solid 2-hour lunch break, and I was so excited. And I thought, oh great, I'm going to get so much done. And I made the list of all the things I was going to get done during that 2-hour lunch break. And somewhere, and that included, I was going to get on the treadmill, and I was going to do some of my self-care tapping, and I was going to be writing some articles, and I was going to be making some videos. And somewhere about the time of that walk on the treadmill, which is pretty well timed, I can only go so fast for each mile as it is, I suddenly realized I literally have put more into this 2-hour chunk of time than can happen, and I am feeling like a failure because I'm not getting it done. The failure was not in me not getting all those things on the list done. The failure was that I put too many things on the list. Anybody with half a brain, if they're doing any measuring, would realize they don't fit. That is not being kind to me. And when you do it, it's not being kind to you. So when you look at the problem that you're having to deal with, are you being kind and compassionate toward yourself? I told you this would be a short one, and it is, because that's pretty much it. You're the only one who knows what being kind or not being kind to yourself looks like. So will you please, as soon as you finish this video, will you please find a quiet space? If you're in the car, turn all the music down. If you're in your home, even if your kids around, is there any way possible you could just go to the bathroom, close the door, turn on the water, and sit by yourself for a minute? But ask yourself, am I beating myself up emotionally or mentally or verbally in my head? Am I not being compassionate to myself as I work through this issue I'm working through? Because if you're not, my dear friend, you're exacerbating the problem. You're making it so much harder. We must be kind to ourselves. And if you're still having a further problem with that, let me suggest to you that you find a picture of yourself as a small child, maybe a 3 or 4, 5-year-old, maybe an 18-month-old, a small child, a picture of you, and put it where you can see it. And ask yourself, would I talk to this sweet little, in my case, this sweet little girl, would I talk to her the way I'm trying to lay expectations on me and talk to me? No, I would not. To that little girl, I would say, you're doing a great job. Keep going. You're going to get it done. And then I would also say, honey, You can't get this much done in this short period of time. No, no. Only figure out what you can get done and save enough time to take a nice little walk outside. Save enough time to lay on that couch in your office for 10 minutes and close your eyes. I would say that if I'm talking to the small child me. And just for this specific reason, I have a framed picture of myself as about a 4 or 5-year-old sitting on my desk, and it reminds me, be nice. So thanks so much. Go be nice to yourself. Bye-bye.